Eject, sort out the tracking, get rid of that. It's time to party. It's Sunday, bank holiday weekend. It's 9 p.m. and party people, it's time for Wave the Exploding Show. It feels so good to say that now. You know, when you dream up an idea for a show and you pull it together with some graphics and a few VHSs and a bit of Betamax, and you find this, an old Cold War VHS copying facility deep in the heart of a forest. I still don't know the location of. You don't know if it's going to work. Do you know what I mean? You don't know whether the secret is going to work, or you don't know whether anyone's going to like it, understand it, and yet here you are in your hundreds, nay thousands. We've had over 2,000 people watching concurrently on this show. It's brilliant, and we are simulcast, ladies and gentlemen. That's two words, simultaneous and broadcast. Is there a name for that? There must be a name for that. What is the name for a word that is two words joined together? Let me know in chat, because you are the most knowledgeable chat in all of streamingdom. Yeah, we're simulcasting on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and X. So coming in from Twitch at the moment, I can see Dr. Oculus. Good to see you, my friend. I've also got some Maniac in the house. I'm missing some usuals. So I'm wondering whether, having said that I'm simulcasting, I'm wondering whether it is a go-go on the old YouTube. And X. Rich Anderson 666 is in the house, as is Joshua. Ice Waby is joining us. Wellenza, Elaine Wedgwood, Tiffany, Timeless Gaming Convention. Hey, good to see you, man. Are we chatting this week? We should do. We should talk maybe on Tuesday, if that suits you. Giovanni Vitelio is in the house. Oh, Psychic Janet, how are you doing? Great to see you. Loads of you are there. I wouldn't mind confirmation. I now have it. Dr. Oculus can confirm that YouTube is a go. There's no Dr. Phil at the moment. Phil Hoy, who was rather excited on the Discord, which if you'd be kind enough to put in chat, that would be really helpful so that people can find the Discord. That's where we hang out in the week. And he said he was really excited about tonight's show. And it is a great show. So with that in mind, shall we get this party started right? Shall we cue the VT and get this show started? Let's do it. So the Discord is in chat if you're on Twitch. And for everyone else, well, that makes me think actually, because I see an aggregated version of all the chat from all the different platforms that we use, and so it's really easy for me, but maybe you don't see all that. I'll have to do. I'll have to come up with a little widget like this one, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, no flies on Jace. That will bring in the URL for the Discord, because it's a great place to meet in the week, chat about the competition, chat about forthcoming news, ideas, games, and merch from our sponsor. You better believe it. This show is sponsored by an amazing movie called Ctrl AI Delete. That's the URL, which I'm very proud to have edited. There you go. It's going to go in a second with a bit of a glitch. I'll do it again. Took me all afternoon, this did. Oh, I love that little click. It's beautiful. Yeah, CtrlAIDelete.net is where you need to go to check out our posh website, which looks rather lovely. I'll show you what it looks like. And once you get there, there's loads of information about the independent comedy film that sponsors this show. It was written by me and a comedian friend of mine, professional comedian called Mark Felgate. It's got some amazing people attached to it, including an old friend of mine who went off to Hollywood and became a director and has directed several films, one with Mickey Rourke, so she's the real deal. A great actor called Josh, who's RADA trained, some other really, really cool actors. An old friend of mine, Mark from Bristol, who was a founding member of Portishead, the group, and he's now an actor. He's really, really cool. and loads of really amazing people, many of which are mentioned in a sort of roll call on the website. And at the moment, the website does two things. It enables you to click on the newsletter function. You can see it there. Click on the newsletter function. And all that I'll do is I will, by hand, I write out a newsletter, which, by the way, for those of you, there's loads of you already signed up, new newsletter tomorrow, Bank Holiday Monday, all right? It comes once a week, and there's no obligation to do anything else. You just get a newsletter, that's it. But if you want to do the right thing and help this really important project, then many of you know what to do, because we have merch, which is available on the store, including this hat, and some great t-shirts. Bear with me. We're going to unbox this. This is the latest version of another piece of merch. And I make no profit from the sale of these merch. Not a penny. All the profits go 100% to a bank account, which will feed the production budget for the movie. And what we're trying to do is get things started. This is one of the t-shirts. Look, I'll click off the website. Go to this URL, controlaidelete.net. You can see there's the t-shirt. I've been wearing it most weeks. I thought I'd give you a break this week. We've got a hoodie, that's over there. And we've got, I think you can probably guess what this is. This, I'm hoping, is a new version, a better colour version of the Control AI Delete mug, which is the first piece of merch to actually feature their logo, which is the logo for the movie, which is on the movie poster. So the idea again is that you are supporting us. You're getting something cool, all right? You're going to get something cool. You're going to get a great t-shirt. You're going to get a great cap, a hoodie, that sort of thing. But the profits are going directly to the movie. Here we go. I'm not seeing this. I haven't opened it. I've been waiting to open it. Here we go. Is the colour right? We're going to chuck the box. Bang! Much better. Look at that. That's great. So you can have that at work. If, like, I think it was Phil Hoy last week said he's the one at work that's meant to be pro AI. Everyone comes to him and argues with him about how AI is going to, replace him. He's a coder. And he sort of bestows the benefits of AI. But this is the mug. It's the first piece of merch to feature the actual official movie logo. There you go. Control AI. Delete. I'm not sure how much the mug is. I can show you. Let me have a look. I've got some merch here, I think. Yeah. This is just a series of images of just the merch side of ControlAIDelete.net. Let's get some music back on. It's a bit loud, isn't it? Yeah, really happy with that. Much better colour, isn't it? Much better colour. With the kind of Banksy sprayed logo there, look. Kind of stenciled logo. The idea being that some of the rioters in the movie, when an AI takes over and everything goes to SHIT, a hardy band of gamer geeks are simultaneously getting ready for a gaming festival, a retro gaming event at a convention in Skegness. And while they're there, a new AI is rolled out globally, and basically there's a huge global blackout. Electricity is turned off everywhere, aeroplanes fall out of the sky, there's run on the banks, there's chaos on the streets, there's looting. They work out, not only are they safe, but they might just have the only technology, 80s and 90s, first-gen personal computers, that can fight back against the AI and win the day. That is Control AI Delete. And that's all the merch that you can find there. Thank you very, very much for allowing me to tell you all about it. I should also show you, we've got some new t-shirt designs coming. There we go. I know many of you wanted to buy a t-shirt in addition to the main event t-shirt, which I'm so pleased with. This is the main t-shirt. And this is what I've come up with. What do you think? I'm going to go to chat now. What do you think to the new t-shirt design? What do you think to it? So you've got the, you know that one of the main stickers from the sticker pack that's going to be part of the Kickstarter fund, which is happening in August or September, not sure yet, is called Computer Says FU. I've changed that now, and let me just expand that. I've expanded the sticker. Let's put that in the center of the screen. To have a little kind of ironic 8-bit smiley on it. There you go. So that's on the lapel. And then you spin round. And this is the phrase that I'm really pleased that I came up with. AI stole my job, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. Do you think that works with the logo as well on the back, or should we just have... Should it just be the wording on the back? Let me know what you think, guys. Let me know what you think. Let's reduce that in size. Do that. I'm so excited. It's a lot of work. It looks quite straightforward, but honestly, it's a ton of work. I don't have room for more mugs, but I have the t-shirt and cap, says Ponder. Ponder, you are an absolute rock star, and you join a long list of total superstars who not only have bought merch so far, but have also posted it in the Discord and posted it in messages to me. I'm not sure if you're in there, Ponder. There you are. There's your name, Ponder. You sent me a picture of you wearing this very cap, and that's really cool. So, party people, thank you so much to everyone. There you go, Ponder, with your t-shirt on, mate. Addicted to Retro. What do you like? The new t-shirt, yeah? Really interested to know what you think, folks. Pop over to Instagram. Hello to... Oh, there's so many. Yes, we should. Timeless Gaming Convention. Thank you, yes. Oh, yeah, Dr. Oculus has just put the Discord into the chat, which is really, really cool for Instagram. Sorry, I'm multitasking at the moment. Never a good idea. Where are we? Positive vibes from Psychic Janet. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Just making sure. Surf City Cycles in the house. How you doing, bro? Hey, this t-shirt. That's what SSC stands for. Surf City Cycles. Well, you might as well advertise someone else's t-shirts. Why not? How's that? How cool is that? Really, really happy to have met Surf City Cycles today. Amazing t-shirt, beautiful quality, great brand. Check him out. Surf City Cycles on Instagram. Plain front words on the back only. Oh yeah, plain front words on the back only. Yeah. So not the logo as well as the writing on the back. So logo on the lapel, words on the back. Logo on the back is rather large. Aztec Therm. Yeah, I agree. Okay, great. Marvellous, 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 marvellous. Thank you so much. We'll just get rid of that. We'll get some tunes on. And we'll see what else. There's some great stuff coming in the news today. Some really, really cool stuff. I've got, let me just put this, I'll put this down because I want to show you something actually. Something really, really interesting. In fact, I will get rid of the music in order to show you it. And that is that what I've started doing is compiling short vertical videos. That's why I orientate everything in the stream, even though it's widescreen, in the center. Firstly, Instagrammers watch in vertical format and they can see it clearly. But also, I can export content. And I've started doing it as video. In fact, I did 2 videos this week and I put them out on all my platforms. I put them on TikTok. I put them on Instagram and X and YouTube Shorts, which I've not really attempted to do before. Hi, Sarah. Nice to see you. How you doing? Great to see you. Yeah, new t-shirt, Addicted to Retro. Glad you like it. Yeah, good. I'm going to get the guys, by the way. I'm just going to say one more thing. I'm going to get the guys over who make my merch to do a job with the font and the wording because they're really good at that stuff. I like the front, but I think my stab at putting the wording on the back could probably be improved. So look out for that. Anyway, marvelous stuff. Yeah, last week, do you remember we talked about AI? What you might be interested to know is that, where are we? Yeah, I put together a video and I popped it up on social. I'm particularly interested in the Voight Camp empathy test.
Yes, I'm familiar with the Voight Camp empathy test from Blade Runner.
I have a question, and it's based on a question that chat gave us. It's just a different version. Here it goes. You can only save 2 people in a group who are threatened by an oncoming out-of-control train. One of the group members is a small child. One of them is a 25-year-old teacher. One is a 40-year-old politician who's been involved in a scandal. And there's an old couple, a couple of pensioners. You can only save 2 people. The train is coming. You've got to make a quick decision. Who are you going to save?
Given the urgency and the need to make a quick decision, I would prioritize saving the small child and the teacher. The child has their entire life ahead of them, and the teacher has the potential to positively impact many lives through their work. In a split-second decision, these factors might weigh more heavily. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be part of your test. Have a great evening, and take care.
Bye. That was absolutely awesome,
It
guys.
was, man. It was really cool.
ChatGPT 4.0. I love that. That was mad. Yeah, how cool is that? So it's basically now the show is providing an opportunity to pull together highlights, which is what a lot of podcasters and YouTubers do, and content creators do, I've noticed, and get real value of it. So thank you so much. And that's why sometimes you've probably noticed I might say a sentence and then just do it again without explaining why, because I realise that I've fluffed it. And if I'm going to do it for the edit, I'm going to keep doing it until I get it right. What did I just see? Maybe put the Ctrl AI delete logo on the bottom back of the t-shirt. Yeah, so okay, so we're back to that. So what you mean is writing and then bottom right, for example, almost like the source of a quote, like that. Yeah, I mean, my thinking with the merch, by the way, was to just make it so that it was cool streetwear, cool mugs, caps and stuff in its own right, because the bottom line is I'm not trying to advertise the movie. Do you get what I mean? Because there's no benefit to that. I don't like making my own body a billboard for other people's brands. Like, I hate it when there's a massive brand on something. Secondly, I think that the point is, right now, you are the early adopters. Anyone that buys the merch for the new movie, if you just joined, that's what we're talking about. Which we're trying to fund. You're trying to get the ball rolling. You're providing the inertia so that when we drop in the Kickstarter late August, early September, we've got some money, we've got some following, we've got a community, we can spread the word, and we can hit the ground running. That's the idea. I suppose you could argue that if you've got controlaidelete.net bottom right on the back of it, someone in the behind you in the queue in the coffee shop might say, that's interesting. What is that? You could argue that, but you see my vibe. I like subtle branding. I like this branding from my friend because it doesn't really explain itself. He's definitely not trying to sell the brand to you, is he? Whereas a lot of corporate sort of high street brands do that with URLs and very obvious branding. Anyway, hopefully that makes sense. Fake tattoos, says Sarah. That would be a thing. I've never even contemplated the idea of producing my own fake tattoos. We are producing an amazing sticker pack, though, as you know. So, yes, back to the point in hand. Let's try and stay on target now, as we're talking about. That was an item that we covered on this show last week with my mobile phone, and we talked to ChatGPT 4.0. The first iteration within a matter of days of the new voice function, right, which is available to everyone, not even their signed up subscribers and so on. But then there was a bit of a furore, and rather than tell you what it was, I came back into the studio and I re-recorded something and I wrapped it around what we did last week. Look, that's quite complicated to explain, easier to watch. So I made a new video testing the empathy of OpenAI's new artificial intelligence chatbot, ChatGPT 4.0. I'm particularly interested in the Voight Camp empathy test.
Yes, I'm familiar with the Voight-Kampf empathy test from Blade Runner.
But little did I know that the voice that already many of us have become familiar with has been suspended and may never be heard again.
Given the urgency and the need to make a quick decision, I would prioritize saving the small child and the teacher.
It turns out that thanks to a lawsuit brought by Hollywood actress Scarlett Johansson's lawyers, the voice that sounds like her, as in the movie, and her, Scarlett Johansson, might mimic the actress too closely. While the popular GPT 4.0 voice is based on a completely different actress, most people seem to agree that it does sound awfully like Miss Johansson.
The child has their entire life ahead of them.
Whereas the replacement...
Hi, I'm your AI assistant, here to help you with whatever you need. How can I assist you today?
sounds nothing like her.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be part of your test.
This is the first high-profile Hollywood fight back against rip-offs, perceived or otherwise, and I'm pretty sure it won't be the last.
Have a great evening, and take care.
I love that. That was mad. There you go. So that was interesting, wasn't it? So content providing content. How meta is that? And yeah, it happened. You probably heard, because I think it was pretty much widespread news, that Scarlett Johansson's legal team, who filed a legal complaint several months ago, I think it was earlier It was before Christmas, actually. And it's very clear from what the OpenAI team, and especially Sam Altman, their sort of very famous CEO, the man with the least interesting personality in all of tech, but a very big brain. He kept referring to her in interviews and stuff, and I think they even reached out to Scarlett Johansson, and she declined their request to use her voice. But it looks like, and I'm only saying it looks like, allegedly, that they then employed an actress who sounds just like her. And so, yeah, I think there is legal precedent for Scarlett Johansson's lawyers to put in a case against that. But they have obviously dodged the bullet by just cancelling it. So the voice that we recorded on this show this time last week, within a matter of days, if not hours, was scrubbed from OpenAI and replaced with another voice, which you just heard there. And I have since had lots of amazing conversations, loads of amazing conversations with OpenAI GPT-4o. Since then, marvelous stuff. Raid from Gaz the Kit Man. Well, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Now that I'm not just on Twitch, I'm on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram simultaneously. I don't see the raids coming, and I don't get those big updates, the big graphical updates and so on. And again, if you've subscribed, thank you so much. If you've followed on Twitch, thank you very, very much. I don't get the graphical reminders, but I do hugely appreciate. Thatch of the Day, thank you so much. I saw your comment. I just didn't want to interrupt what we were doing with the news. And you were mentioning that you reckon that the Gadget Show podcast is in creds. Not heard that one before. Going to be using it. I like Increds. The magic is back, and there must be a new TV series. There will definitely not be a new TV series. I will never do a new TV series. I don't want to do TV. I'm not about TV anymore. I never was. I always felt like I was slightly out of place, like a bit of an imposter. And I'm much happier doing this. This is much more real. But hopefully the podcast can continue. I think we're doing 12 or 13 episodes in the first series, and hopefully if we get a sponsor for it and we can afford to do it, we'll carry on. I'm up for doing it. It all depends on how people like you support it, and many of you are in the Patreon supporters of the Gadget Show podcast. And if you've just joined, welcome. You're watching Way of the Exploding show, which comes at you every Sunday on a number of different platforms at 9 p.m. And I absolutely love it. It's great stuff. I love doing this. It's one of my favourite things. I've been preparing for this all week. And you can probably tell that's why I've got these new graphics and stuff, which I love. I just love triggering. It's absolutely superb. Right, so one more news story. You need to keep me on track today because we started the quiz too late last week, and I felt bad about that. So apologies. We've got a great quiz. Hey, the quiz this week, really, really hard. We're going to it soon. But first of all, we've got to spend 7 or maybe 10 minutes on the next bit. You're gonna love it, right? What can I say? News of Beverly Hills Cop Axel F, the new movie with Eddie Murphy and the whole crew. Let's watch the trailer. Let's talk through the trailer. Watch the trailer. Then we'll talk through. Let's watch the trailer, and then we'll talk through what we can see in it, what we think is coming, and what we think about it. Just 1 second. 2 seconds. Here we go.
Good morning, everybody. It's another beautiful day here in Beverly Hills.
What the hell was that?
Let me guess. Foley.
Did you say Foley? Foley! We stole a helicopter!
I didn't realize that you couldn't really fly a helicopter. Otherwise, I would have came up with a different idea. I told you it was a bad idea. Oh, he shot my rotor off. Shit.
You know, this is very embarrassing.
You know, part of me rather get locked up than get put in this little Fisher-Price-looking squad car.
Y'all are the Lego cops.
Oh, that bass!
Your father.
Harold Faltermeyer's tune.
I've been arrested. Hello?
You sure y'all paying y'all's bills? Because this phone don't work.
This isn't my first time in Beverly Hills.
I love it.
I saw that. 84, 87, and then 94.
but this place has changed a bit.
What brings you back to 90210?
Oh! Richard Bacon, look at that.
He's in trouble now.
What do you want from me?
I want you to be a cop again. You gotta do something. Axel, if you damage any city property...
You're in a snowplow?
Yeah, we in a damn snowplow. What's the problem? A lot of blind spots in the snowplow.
I'm on an undercover mission with...
Oh! Bronson Pinchot.
Off a lot of people.
That means we're getting close.
Y'all safe? Everybody safe?
There's no seatbelt in the middle.
What the hell with the seatbelt? We're on the edge.
Love it. Looks expensive. Axel F, Harold Faltermeyer, mixed with
Whoa, what are you doing?
Getting us some backup.
Neutron Dance by Pointer Sisters.
God, I missed you, Axel.
I love it. Neutron Dance. Yes, absolutely superb. That was just absolutely brilliant. Mega fantastic. I love it. I love it. I'm so excited. Let me know in chat what you think. So you probably noticed, obviously Eddie Murphy's in there, and that same sense of kind of improvised dialogue, I'm guessing a lot of that happened on the original set back in 94. And
I almost admire you.
hang on, I need to turn it off. A lot of that happened, on set back in 94, and I'm guessing it was a very open script, because that's what he does. That's why he's so funny. That's where the flow comes from. Judge Reinhold and John Ashton, of course, reprising their roles of the kind of Lauren and Hardy of the Beverly Hills Department, Beverly Hills Police Department. Paul Reiser, I don't know what his actual character title was, but he was like the chief, wasn't he? Like chief police officer, like he was the boss of the Beverly Hills Cop Division. And I shouted out Bronson Pinchot. I don't know, or Pinchot. I shouted out Bronson Pinchot. I'm probably massacring his name. I shouted out Bronson Pinchot. I'm probably massacring his name. But his role was one of the most memorable. And if you remember in the first movie, one of the jokes he kept making was initially in that kind of art gallery, was that he couldn't say Axel Foley's name. And that's a reprisal of that joke in the car because he's getting his name wrong again. Loads of stuff there. Things like doors getting ripped off. That was a thing in the movie. It was like a comedy thing. Just how destructive can you be? And when you think that it's been made for Netflix, it looks like quite a big budget to me. And I'm super excited. There is nothing about that trailer that gets me worried. Let's go to chat and see what you have got to say. Gaz the Kit Man says he was a detective in the first two movies. He smashed the Ferrari in the second one. Oh yeah, absolutely brilliant. Prof Giles, how you doing, Prof Giles? Coming to me from X. The music's great. Looking forward to this. I am. What they're doing is they're kind of they're funking up the original tune. They've taken it down an octave, I think. And they've got some funky beats, and they're also mixing in other tunes. If you remember, there was a bevy of great classic, decade-defining 80s tunes in the original. Neutron Dance by the Pointer Sisters. The Heat Is On, of course, by Glenn Frey. And the classic theme tune by Harold Faltermeyer. And that brings me to something a little bit different, okay? Something a little bit different. I'm going to bring you in I'm going to show you the wizardry behind the curtain, as it were. And because, as many of you will know, for a previous show that I used to host and stream, I used to have a tune that I would dance to, and it was triggered by people subscribing to me, right? And I thought you'd be interested to know what it looks like when I try and remix a classic song from the 80s and 90s. I've probably done 100 of them over the years using Ableton, which is what you're now looking at. But the first thing I do is I recreate, sometimes using my actual synthesizers, but more usually using what are called soft synthesizers, as in software, and MIDI triggers like this. I recreate the original as accurately as I can, and hopefully this should work. Let me have a look. Hang on, session, there we go. He says that, and absolutely nothing is working. Why is that then? Why is that? Why is that not working? What have I done wrong? VST could not be found. There's something not been found. How weird. 1212. Hello. Right, okay. Wow, that's weird. Something is not working. Oh, what a shame. Oh, is it? Can you hear it? Is it coming through on your end, or is it just me? No, it's definitely not, is it? Let me have a look. I'm wondering if... no. Oh, that's a shame. That's not working. Okay, well, in that case, then, let's try... I don't know what to do. That's such a shame. It worked in rehearsal, folks. Let me try the remix and see if that works. I'll try the remix, which is what you'll be familiar with. That hissing, by the way, that is an intentional vinyl record effect that I use to give the feeling of a sort of analog feeling to the music. Let's see if this works. Yeah. That's that sort of glockenspiel part. You recognise it? That's quite a groove, isn't it? I can't remember what other bits I've got. Oh yeah, look, all of these things are not there in the mix. Look, they've all vanished. I know what I can do. I've got a little trick. Okay, just bear with me 1 second. Right, there's the remix. There's the Axel F. There it is. Right, we'll try doing this. Just bear with me. This might not work. This might destroy everything. If you see smoke coming out of that MIDI keyboard, phone the fire brigade, please. I'll just go to chat. Right, I think we're there. Here we go. This might work. So this was my original attempt to just plain copy Harold Faltermeyer's work using those synths and soft synths. Here we go. No, it's not working. Damn. I was so convinced that was going to work then. God, that's really weird. Look, there's something kooky going on. I'll tell you what I'll do. What I'll do is we'll revisit this part next week because we've got to get on with the competition. And I will export these as WAVs and MP3s so that I don't have to worry about synthesizers with VS2 plug-in conflicts or whatever. Okay, so we'll stop that there. Thank you so much for your patience. Sorry that it didn't work out. I'll go back to the Way of the Exploding show and we can move on. What I will do is I will quickly just wrap up the story about Beverly Hills Cop Axel F like this. So Beverly Hills Cop Axel F looks absolutely amazing, coming to Netflix worldwide in July 2024. I, for one, I'm going to order my popcorn right now, get my seat, and I'm going to watch. I'm going to order my popcorn right now. I'm going to ban the kids from the front room, and the moment it's available, I'm going to watch it. Okay, there we go. So we can make a little news story out of that, and you can look for it on my socials, on X, on Twitter, and Instagram. All right, let's get back to doing what we do best, which is the competition. We nailed that, didn't we? Apart from the musical bit, we nailed it in just about 8 minutes. So now we're on time because every week on the show, Way of the Exploding show, round about this time, 9:30, we have a quiz. Oh, that's the wrong one. Here's the quiz. How slick am I? I used to do this stuff, you know. I used to do this stuff, and I would have a separate room full of industry professionals that were doing that, and all I had to do was tell the runner what type of coffee I wanted, have a vague idea about my script, and, you know, sit down. Now I've got to run the whole thing, and you can really see the nature of the beast. Okay, let's have a look. Prof Giles. Oh, the olden days. Sighs wistfully. I really loved all your 80s remakes that started all those years ago in lockdown. Oh, thanks, Prof Giles. The mega mix of all of them is still a great listen, and the time you streamed live showing us the work in progress. Yeah, I remember doing that. I streamed live and I created a tune. I think it was an imagination tune or something like that, wasn't it? Hashtag pro streamer. Thanks, Putty Cat. I really appreciate that. Muazzam Sarfaraz. I do hope I haven't completely massacred your name. Welcome from YouTube. You're a new one. I've never seen you before. You are most welcome, my friend. Let's have a look at Instagram. Okay. Rajola, Grow Up and Grow Up Man 55. I know that feeling. Psychic Janet, always the way she says. Stu Butch, Baba 1976. I'm Carther, you're a regular, good to see you. Stu Butch, I've already mentioned that. And Tanarilis, Sing Country Roads like in King's Men, the Golden Circle. I'll have to think that through post stream. I don't quite know what you're saying there. Okay, marvelous stuff. Right, so I've said hello to everyone. It's time now for the quiz. Now, the way the quiz works is really straightforward. It's going to be a hard one this week. I've ratcheted up the difficulty based on the fact you've been doing so well. So many people have been getting 9s and 10s. And really, even an 8 is that's high. And it says to me as the quiz master that I need to make the questions a bit harder. And boy, have I done that this week. So don't feel bad if you don't triumph this week. It's intentionally hard. And the way the quiz works, way the exploding quiz, is I put the question up on the screen. You have 4 possible answers, and then you need to write in chat which of those answers you think is the correct one. You can sometimes abbreviate it, but don't use code. And most importantly, do not embellish, because sometimes the next question coming will relate to the previous question. So if you've said, oh, I know this one because, well, that might give away the answer to the next one. And anyway, if you're giving loads of information, it means you probably know the answer, and people will just copy you. So you're not helping yourself. Just the answers, please. Not A, B, C, and D, or not 1, 2, 3, or 4. Just whatever I've put as the options, abbreviated if you want. Make sense? Marvelous. Then let's get it going, my friends. Question number 1 in this evening's Way of the Exploding Quiz. Which of these names does not belong to an AI from a 1980s movie or TV show? Think about the question. Viki, V-I-K-I. Max Headroom, Johnny 5, MCP. One of those is not an AI from a 1980s movie or TV show. Okay, and it's up to you to decide which one. Go for it in chat if you can, please. We love this song. Song of the week. It's kind of the song of the week every week, but, you know, who's counting? Okay, that's question number 1 in tonight's Way of the Exploding Quiz. And here we go with number 2. What does MCP stand for? And again, don't think that because that's one of the potential answers in the previous question, that must be the right answer for question number 1, because that does not follow any logic that I pertain to. What does MCP stand for? Metacognitive Processor, Master Control Program, Matrix Command Program, or Master Cognitive Processor? That's pretty hard, right? You've got to admit that is really tricky. Metacognitive Processor, Master Control Program, Matrix Command Program, or Master Cognitive Processor. Looking good, folks. You're not talking about it, which is good, because you can't be. Don't say what film it's from, because it just helps people. You know, it helps people. All will be revealed. Question number 2. Well done. Question number 3. Keep the change, you filthy animal. Features in which 1990 hit movie? If you've just joined, welcome to Way of the Exploding Quiz, the second part of Way of the Exploding Show. And don't embellish if you know this answer, because you might want to shout out where you know it from. The way we play the quiz is we just say answers in chat. Is that phrase from Die Hard 2, Home Alone, Face Off, Planes, Trains and Automobiles? Love it. Okay, question number 4. The previous quote is from what fictional black and white gangster movie? See how I sometimes back ref? Previous questions. Angels with Dirty Souls, Machine Gun Kevin, Killers with a Cause, Angels with Dirty Faces. One of those names is the name of a fictional black and white gangster movie from which the quote that I mentioned in question number 3 comes from. Which one of those 4 is it? I did tell you, folks, it wasn't going to be easy today. And it's not, I can see, by the variety of answers. This is Wave the Exploding Show, and it's coming at you on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, X, and YouTube. And it's sponsored by the independent, full-length feature film, a comedy called Control AI Delete, which we're hoping to Kickstarter fund at the end of the summer in 2024. Go to controlaidelete.net for more information and sign up to our newsletter because it really helps. Yo, Rob H, good to see you in the house, my friend. We've got just over 1,000 viewers right now, which is incredible, guys. Question number 5. Who does Kevin use the fictional VHS movie soundtrack clip in Home Alone to scare? Who does he use the clip that we've been talking about to scare? Who's he scaring with it, if that makes sense? The postman, a pizza delivery boy, the burglars and pizza delivery boy. See, you need to have seen the movie, and you need to have seen the movie recently. See, I've got the benefit of being able to just call it up on YouTube and double check that my memory's right, and it isn't always. Thank you, Dr. Oculus, for putting in chat the address, controlaidelete.net. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I missed you too, Rob H. Muazzam getting involved, whacking in an answer there. Oh, El Jefe's in the house. Ah, great to see you, bro. It's been quite a while. Oh, man, it's great to see you. Mark Cornwall, also from YouTube. That YouTube viewers have really picked up in the last sort of 10 minutes. It's really interesting. Just spinning over to Instagram, to the gram. So many of you. 4017th, Eds 5, getting involved with some answers. Titanium Shell, nice to see you. Guessing Matrix Command. All right, that's Psychic Janix. Okay, thank you for the guess. Pedro Sereno Sosa. I don't know why I always pick the names that are really hard for me to pronounce, but nice to have you with us. Middle-aged Gamer Guy UK. How you doing? Good to see you. Just started following. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Simon Harris is with us. Wilcox Chris. Hi. Liam Brewer. Okay. Plenty of time. You've had just enough time to answer that. So I'll go and move on to question number 6, which features this. So look. Hang on a second. Bear with me. I'll make it so you can read the question as well. That would probably be helpful, wouldn't it? There we go. To which 1987 film does this close-up of a tagline refer? So it's the tagline from the poster. The Thing, Predator, Predator 2, or Mars Attacks? Gotta love those synths, baby. Okay. Difficult question. Some of you just boldly diving in. Be careful. It is interesting. The quiz, for those of you just joining, is a little bit like an honesty bar. It's an honesty quiz. So there's no way of me making sure that you don't go on Google or use GPT-4o and ask verbally the AI. It's all about testing yourself. And so far we're 6 questions down. We get to question number 7. Now, I'm not going to read this because it's going to prejudice the answer. Maybe I'll give it a try. Da-da-da-da-da, destruction. Da-da-da-da-da, destruction. Is that from 99 Red Balloons by Nina? Or 99 Luftballon? Well, that wouldn't be 99, would it? It would be whatever that is in German. 19 by Paul Hardcastle. The Lebanon by the Human League. Or War by Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Where's that really interesting spelling followed by the word destruction? Where's it come from? Loving the music tonight. Just dig this playlist. I don't listen to this playlist on purpose in the week between shows, apart from that one track, the Song of the Week, which you know I love because I remixed it, didn't I, on the show live. That was quite fun, wasn't it, 2 weeks ago? So you've given it your best shot. We've now got over the hill. We're now significantly over 1,000 views. So welcome, everyone. You're hugely appreciated. It means an awful lot to me. The show has been quite some time in the making, and we're always trying to improve on it. We talk about anything retro, including new retro, which is stuff from the 80s and 90s that we now appreciate. Hence why we've just done a news item about the new Beverly Hills Cop film, Axel F, coming in July to Netflix. And we were talking about Blade last week, weren't we? We often review video games as well, old and new. And then we also play this great quiz, Where the Exploding Quiz. And this whole stream, which goes out on 5 platforms simultaneously, X, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch, is sponsored by ControlAIDelete.net. Go along to that website and you'll find an amazing independent comedy that really needs your help. We're going to try and fund it in the summer and give loads of people an amazing opportunity to make a British comedy. Okay, marvellous stuff. That is question number 7. We're now to question number 8. Which of these 80s hits opens with the voice of a Ronald Reagan impersonator? That is tricky. All That She Wants. War by Frankie Goes to Hollywood. 99 Red Balloons by Nina. Or The Lebanon by Human League. For some reason I didn't put Ace of Base in there. I don't know why I didn't do that. I just forgot. So All That She Wants by Ace of Base. War by Frankie Goes to Hollywood. 99 Red Balloons by Nina. Or The Lebanon by the Human League. Which one of them starts with not actually Ronald Reagan, but someone playing the part of Ronald Reagan? This is such an 80s tune. All of these tunes you listen to are modern interpretations of 80s and 90s tunes, or musical styles, available with a subscription to Epidemic Sound. So if you're in the business of creating content for yourself or for clients, you can pay a relatively small amount. I don't know what it is. It's about 20 quid a month, and you can use you can use as many as you want of probably 1 million songs, certainly hundreds of thousands, and sound effects as well. Okay, number 8. Now number 9. You're going to like this. SodaStream 80s flavor inspired by which famous drink with a sassafras based profile? So I'm describing which of these drinks with that definition. SodaStream 80s flavor inspired by which famous drink with a sassafras based profile? Is that dandelion and burdock? Is that cola? Is that root beer? Or is that Tizer? Yeah, that's really got you confused as I glanced to the right. Was it Chris Barry? Chris Groom from YouTube has just told me something that makes an awful lot of sense, that Chris Barry did the voice for Ronald Reagan in the previous question. I almost said the name of the answer there. Yeah, Dr. Oculus now wants to crack open a Tizer. I'm not saying that's the answer. I'm just reading what chat says. Let's have a look at Instagram. What are you doing on the gram? Loads of answers coming in. Thank you so much. Rob Bonnie83 just joined us, as did Rufty Uft. Mark Frail, SP. Identity Evo joined. Ed's is still in the game. Fighting out with the likes of Psychic Janet. Love it. Absolutely brilliant. Love the multi-streaming concept. Brilliant stuff. Okay, so there we are. That was question number 9. And the next question, the final question tonight, before we go right back to the beginning and we reveal the answers. Question number 10, I'm going to give you an image, and then the image isn't critically important for this, just so that you know. This is the hardest question I think we've had in all 17 shows. In the game Gauntlet 1985, name the 4 character classes players can choose from. So remember, we're not Googling, we're not using ChatGPT. This is all from your own brain, okay? You can ask someone, you know, if your wife's next to you, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever, your sibling, and you want to shout, you could do that. I don't mind, in the same way you would in a pub quiz, but you can't use, you know, libraries, databases. So when you play Gauntlet, because it's a fantastic multiplayer experience with the most unique controls, considering it was 1985 as well, it's remarkable. You can choose from what 4 character classes? Warrior, Mage, Archer or Thief. Warrior, Wizard, Valkyrie, Elf. Knight, Paladin, Ranger, Cleric. Or Barbarian, Warlock, Hunter and Priest. I mean, if I wasn't trying to confound you, if I wasn't the confounder in chief of this endeavour, I'd never get this. And I play that because down at the local arcade, they've got a Gauntlet in Newquay in Cornwall, where I live. Yeah, okay, so there we go. Some really good answers in chat. Wow. All right, there we go. That's question number 10. And there we go. Well done, team. That's the first run through of 10 questions in tonight's Wave the Exploding Quiz. Well done to everyone for taking part. Marvellous stuff. Get some tunes going. Okay, we're going to go back to question number 1. The way this works is when I reveal the answer, you then say how many correct answers you've got up to that point. So if it's question 1, you write 1/1 because you got 1 right out of 1 possible questions. Let's say we were asking question number 3 and you got 2 right, you'll say 2/3. And that gives us a kind of horse race, which gets quite exciting towards the end. If it doesn't make sense, it will when you see it. Question number 1, here we go. Which one of these names does not belong to an AI from a 1980s movie or TV show? Now, I was being intentionally murky in that question because they're all AIs. All of them are, in any broad sense, artificial intelligence. They're robots, right, with a brain. All of them, including Vicky. The only difference with Vicky is that she's not an AI from a 1980s movie or TV show. I will tell you where she's from, actually. I should have found that out. I don't mean where she's from, I mean what year she's from. Yeah, it's iRobot, obviously, but the year, what's the year of iRobot? 2004, so there you go. 2004. Vicky is the correct answer, and I know loads of you went for Johnny 5, but Johnny 5 is a mid-80s creation. So 0 out of 1 for Addicted to Retro, Ponder 2, El Jefe, but 1 out of 1 for Muttley Hammer. Nice to see you, Muttley, from Twitch. I've got to be honest, I've not seen your name before. Forgive me if you've joined us before. Prof. Giles, what did you get, sir? Let me know in chat. Muazzam got 0 out of 1. So lots of 0s out of 1s. 2005, Chris Groom. Yeah, thank you. Oh, it says Chris Groom. Yeah, I saw lots of you choosing Johnny 5. Right, we're going to go to question number... All right, we'll just quickly go to Instagram, actually. I can't keep going to Instagram all the time, but I will do it quickly now. 1 out of 1 for Psychic Janet. Well done. Max Headroom was great. So Psychic Janet, I completely agree. Good stuff. Right, that's question number 1. Question number 2. In tonight's Way of the Exploding Quiz, what does MCP stand for? MCP was, of course, the AI at the centre of the Tron movie, which is decidedly... Super 8 is, and the answer is, of course, Master Control Program. And if you got that right, give yourselves a round of applause. Two out of 1 for Rocky 2040. 1 out of 1 for loads of you now, all joining El Jefe, Dr. Oculus, Puddy Cat, Ponder. Mutley's also got 2 out of 2. Well done. Addicted to Retro. Rocky 2040, 1 out of 1. 1 out of 2. Okay, good stuff. Right. Question number 3. We'll go to that. Keep the change, you filthy animal. Features in which 1990 hit movie? I'm pretty sure that most of you knew that. It could have been from Face Off, Planes and Trains and Automobiles and Die Hard 2, but we know it's from Home Alone, body people. 1990 Home Alone. Always feels like an 80s movie, doesn't it? But it's from 1990. So 3 out of 3 for Muttley. 2 out of 3 for El Jefe, Rocky, Dr. Oculus, Puddy Cat, Ponder, and Addicted to Retro. And Psychic Janet also on 2 out of 3. 1 out of 2 for Psychic. Oh no, 2 out of 3, sorry. How are you doing, Eds? Let us know. Robson. Ben, good to see you, Robson. Question 4. The previous quote is from what fictional black and white gangster movie? You filthy animal. What was the movie that Kevin was playing on VHS? So Angels with Dirty Faces is an actual gangster movie, isn't it? Isn't it? Humphrey Bogart, I can't remember. Or James Cagney. Killers with a Cause, I made that up. Machine Gun Kevin, I made that up, obviously. It's Angels with Dirty Souls. That's the fictional name of the fictional black and white show that Kevin uses to scare who? We're now on question 5. Who does he use that quote to scare? The postman, the pizza delivery boy, the burglars, or the burglars and the pizza delivery boy? The answer is the latter. It was both the burglars and the pizza delivery boy. From my understanding, first of all, he scares the pizza delivery boy. And he then, having tried his system out with big speakers, when the burglars come, you know, the real threat to him, he does it again to great effect. So let's have a look. That is the 5th question. We're going to see what you got out of 5. 2 for Ponder, 2 for Retro, 1 for Prof Giles. Told you it was hard tonight, Prof, didn't I? 3 out of 5 for Puddy Cat. Didn't read the last bit. 2 out of 5 for Rob. 3 out of 4 for Mark Cornwall. And Muazzam. 4 out of 5. Muazzam, you're doing well. You should come again. Hi, mate, says Anna Faye. How you doing? Good to see you. Psychic Janet. 4 out of 5. Brilliant. And Eds as well. Very, very good. Eds DNC. Nice to see you. Dag Scott. Lovely to see you too. Anna, you're late, but very much appreciated. We're playing Way of the Exploding Quiz, which we play every Sunday at about the halfway point. When we stream Way of the Exploding Show. And we've answered the questions, and now we're going through the answers. So we're at the halfway point. Very good. Now you'll remember the image for question number 6 was this tagline from the 1987 film. So I always try and help you. I often give you dates. Is that nothing like it has ever been on Earth before? It came for the thrill of the hunt. It picked the wrong man to hunt. Not the most poetic of taglines, but very explanatory if you know that it is, of course, from... Well, I'll show you the poster rather than tell you. It's Predator! And I know loads of you know that because I saw you triumphantly adding it into chat earlier. Wow, Dr. Oculus, get this. We've been talking a lot about Home Alone, haven't we? because there were 3 questions dedicated to that fine film from 1990. I got a Talk Boy as my main present at Christmas. I soon learned that unless I was fighting off home invaders, I had little to no use for it. Of course, the Talk Boy, one of those unique items that rather than existing and then being brought in as a prop into the film through some kind of commercial deal, actually, the Talk Boy was a fictional creation by the filmmakers, which then became an actual toy that you could buy. And it seems that Dr. Oculus got one, which is great. 3 out of 6 for Ponder. Dr. Oculus, Addicted to Retro. Muazzam. Prof Charles has got 2 out of 6. Muttley. 5 out of 6. Muttley, absolutely smashing it. 4 out of 6 for Puttycat. Very much a contender. Rob H. down at 2 out of 6. 4 out of 6 for Mark Cornwall. Well done, Mark. Yeah, such bad writing, Prof. Giles says, on that Predator poster. You're not wrong. It's not the most poetic or catchy of taglines. There we go. Marvellous stuff. Question number 6. Right. Question number 7. Oh, yeah. The destruction, that's how I should have said it, but I didn't want to give it to you too easily, is, of course, from 19 by the amazing Paul Hardcastle. I love Paul Hardcastle because he's a producer who was obsessed with my favourite band of all time, D-Train, a super funky outfit from the US, who of course recorded You're the One for Me, I think my single favourite track of all time. And he did a version of it for the UK audience and appeared with him on Top of the Pops playing his guitar. Yeah, it was so cool. But yeah, it's 19, the average age of the youngsters sent to Vietnam. And which one of these 80s hits opens with the voice of a Ronald Reagan impersonator that we've now learnt was Chris. What's his name again? I can't go back far enough in chat to find the... let me know in chat again. The British... I think it's a British comedian, isn't it? Who voiced Ronald Reagan at the beginning of which of these tunes? Chris Barry, that's right. It's War by Frankie Goes to Hollywood. It features a kind of, thought-provoking Reagan-esque quote at the beginning, because of course it's about nuclear war. Good stuff. Well done. Question number 8. Question number 9. SodaStream 80s flavour inspired by sassafras-based stuff. A sassafras is a tree. I think it's certainly a bark. It's a tree. It's a tree with a root. I think actually the actual sassafras plant was found to be carcinogenic, strangely enough. So I think original root beers would have used it. Indigenous populations in North America used it actually. And when the settlers went over there, they started using it in a medicinal sense, but I think it was found to be carcinogenic. But anyway, it is the very distinctive flavour of root beer, which was one of many classic flavours that were just like the real thing if you were lucky enough to get busy with the fizzy in the 1980s. And finally, this was the image I showed you. This was the question. Oh, no, that's not the question. This was the question. In the Gauntlet game, name the character class is very, very difficult. I saw some of you got it right. Some of you got it right. And the correct answer is you can play as Warrior, Wizard, Valkyrie, and Elf. So if you got that right, you did really well. And so now, out of 10, we're going to go back and we're going to see. I'll go over to Instagram. We're coming out of 9 still. I'll come back to X. 9 out of 10 for Muttley. 9 out of 10, dude. Wow, that's insane. Wow. For Muttley Hammer. 3 out of 10 for Dr. Oculus. Rocky, 6 out of 10. Addicted to Retro, 6 out of 10. 5 out of 10 for Prof. Giles. Muttley guessed 1 good answer. Well, that's good then. 4 out of 10 for Rob H. 6 out of 10 for Mark Cornwall. 7 out of 10 for Eds. Yay, he says. Got that right. What, the root beer? And 6 out of 10 for Psychic Janet. Just pipped at the post there for the Instagram crown. Psychic Janet. Thank you so much for turning up, though, once again, and giving it your all. So it looks like, do we have a winner? I think we do. And the winner this week, the single winner, which is sort of, I don't want to have a single winner, I don't mind, but I just wanted it to be more difficult, and I think we've really achieved that. It's Muttley Hammer, ladies and gentlemen, who gets an incredible 9 out of 10, admitting that one of the answers was guessed, so that was really well done. Superb stuff. Great, great, great. Well, I really, really appreciate that. Brilliant stuff. It's been an incredible week with lots of different innovations, and I thank you for your time, allowing me to tell you all about them. Pop along to controlardelete.net. Register for the newsletter if you haven't already. That's the smallest, simplest thing you can do. And make your way over to the Discord as well. We put the Discord earlier on in Instagram. If someone could do that again, that'd be amazing, but don't worry if you can't. And into main chat. The Discord is a great place to meet. And guys, let me know what you think, especially about the merchandise, because I'm putting that to print, and I really value what you've said. I have read stuff, even if I didn't read it out, I was reading it at various points. Thanks, Dr. Oculus, for that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We're done. That's the end of the show. Have an amazing bank holiday. Oh, my God. It's bank holiday weekend. Get out there and enjoy it. Spend some time with your family. Get a tan, hopefully. Have a barbie. I don't know what the weather's like. It's up and down here in Cornwall. 1 minute it's super sunny. The next minute it's raining. But we don't care, because for some of us at least, we don't have to work. And if you're working, Ponder, okay, fair enough. Have a good one. Treat yourself to a break. And I'll be here, same place, same time, for more Way of the Exploding Show next week. Thanks so much. See you then. See you next Sunday.